Diogo Jota. This name was once a symbol of unwavering perseverance, raw talent, and the extraordinary ability to rise from the humblest of beginnings to reach the very pinnacle of footballing glory. He was not merely a forward. He was a clinical, silent assassin with an uncanny knack for finding the back of the net, possessing a cold, decisive finishing ability and an unyielding, almost superhuman fighting spirit that defined his every touch. His narrative is far more than just a football story. It's an inspiring odyssey, meticulously charting his path from the struggling, often overlooked early days of his career to his eventual metamorphosis into a luminous star in the fiercely competitive Premier League and a pivotal figure for the revered Portuguese national team. Yet, as if by some cruel twist of fate, destiny interjected with a heartbreaking tragedy, abruptly transforming his triumphant tale of glory into a poignant, unfinished epic, a melody cut short, leaving an echoing silence in its wake. Diogo Jota Teixeira da Silva, universally known by his simpler, more resonant moniker, Diogo Jota, entered the world on December 4, 1996, in the bustling Massarelos district of Porto, Portugal. From his earliest conscious moments, the irresistible allure of the football, its perfect spherical form and the joyous chaos it brought, was deeply ingrained within his very being. Like countless other children across the sun-drenched landscapes of Portugal, Jota's formative years were shaped by an all-consuming dream: to one day grace the hallowed green turf of grand stadiums, to proudly don the iconic jerseys of colossal football clubs, and ultimately to represent his beloved nation on the grandest international stages. This aspiration was not a fleeting childhood fantasy. It was a profound, unshakable conviction that fueled his every waking moment. Jota's nascent footballing journey commenced within the modest confines of the Gondomar SC Academy, a small local club nestled within the Porto district, a place where dreams were nurtured on dusty pitches rather than manicured lawns. He was a mere 9 years old, a diminutive figure among his peers, yet even at such a tender age, Jota possessed an almost preternatural ability that quickly captivated his coaches. Despite his noticeably smaller stature compared to his burgeoning teammates, he consistently left an indelible impression, showcasing a dazzling array of sophisticated individual techniques, an almost uncanny ability to anticipate play and occupy intelligent positions, and most strikingly, an innate, almost primal instinct for clinical finishing. He was unequivocally identified as a prodigious young talent, one who approached every training session and every match with an unwavering dedication, pushing himself beyond conventional limits. However, the arduous path to professional football is, by its very nature, fraught with formidable obstacles, and for a player whose physical attributes were not immediately striking like Jota's, the challenges were amplified. He vividly recalled instances of being overlooked, even outright rejected by several larger, more prestigious clubs. Their reasoning was often brutally pragmatic. His perceived lack of physical presence, his slender frame, was deemed a potential hindrance in the physically demanding world of elite football. Yet, Jota, with a tenacity that would become his hallmark, refused to be deterred. He chose to interpret these rejections not as definitive verdicts on his ability, but rather as powerful catalysts, potent fuel for his insatiable desire to prove his inherent worth. His unwavering persistence, coupled with an almost spiritual belief in his own latent capabilities, became his shield and his sword, enabling him to navigate the labyrinthine corridors of doubt and continue his relentless pursuit of the seemingly elusive dream. The year 2013, when Jota was a burgeoning 17-year-old, marked a pivotal juncture in his burgeoning career. It was then that he secured a place within the youth ranks of FC Paços de Ferreira, a move that, though seemingly minor on the grand chessboard of European football, proved to be a significant stepping stone. His talent, by this point, was undeniable and his ascent was swift. A mere 12 months later, as the 2014-2015 season unfurled, Jota found himself unexpectedly, yet deservedly, promoted to the senior squad. His senior debut arrived on October 19, 2014, a memorable occasion marked by a commanding 4-0 victory over Atlético de Reguengos in the Taça de Portugal, a national cup competition. This initial taste of first-team action only whetted his appetite for more. The true breakthrough, however, arrived on May 17, 2015. On that day, Jota etched his name into the annals of Paços de Ferreira's history by scoring his inaugural goal for the club in a Primeira Liga match, Portugal's premier football division. This wasn't just a personal milestone, it was a record-breaking achievement, as he became the youngest player ever to score for the club in the top flight. This remarkable feat served as irrefutable evidence of his burgeoning talent and his extraordinary maturity, far beyond his tender years. The period he spent at Paços de Ferreira was not merely a stepping stone. It was a crucible, a solid foundation upon which his future triumphs would be built. He amassed an impressive tally of 41 appearances and netted 14 goals, a truly remarkable output for a young forward still finding his footing. More than just his goal-scoring prowess, he showcased an invaluable versatility, seamlessly adapting to various attacking roles across the front line. It was these consistently stellar performances that inevitably began to attract the discerning gaze of larger, more established clubs across the European continent, signaling, with an almost prophetic certainty, a future brimming with promise for the young Portuguese forward. Jota, through sheer force of will and undeniable skill, had emphatically proven that despite initial physical limitations, talent and unwavering perseverance were, and always would be, the ultimate arbiters of success. Diogo Jota's consistently impressive performances at Paços de Ferreira did not go unnoticed for long. It was only a matter of time before his burgeoning talent captured the keen attention of Europe's footballing elite. On March 14, 2016, a significant milestone was reached when Jota formally agreed to a 5-year contract with the Spanish footballing behemoth, Atletico Madrid. This move represented a monumental leap forward in his career, an undeniable testament to the recognition of his immense potential at a significantly higher, more demanding level of the sport. However, the fiercely competitive environment within Atletico Madrid's first team meant that immediate playing opportunities were scarce. The club, recognizing his raw talent but also the need for further refinement, made the strategic decision to loan him out, allowing him to gain invaluable experience and continue his development in a more consistent playing environment. On August 26, 2016, Jota made a temporary return to his Portuguese homeland, joining FC Porto on a season-long loan. This was a perfectly tailored opportunity for him to continue his upward trajectory within a familiar, yet still highly demanding footballing landscape. At Porto, Jota wasted no time in asserting his inherent value. He made his much-anticipated Champions League debut, a dream for any aspiring footballer, and left an indelible mark on the competition. On October 1st, Jota showcased his predatory goal-scoring instincts by netting a sensational hat-trick in a commanding 4-0 victory over Nacional. He further cemented his European credentials by scoring his inaugural UEFA Champions League goal on December 7th, contributing to a resounding 5-0 home victory against Leicester City. His season at Porto proved to be an invaluable crucible, allowing Jota to accumulate crucial experience in elite European competitions and firmly solidify his burgeoning reputation as one of Portugal's most exciting and promising young talents. Diogo Jota's consistently impressive performances at Paços de Ferreira did not go unnoticed for long. It was only a matter of time before his burgeoning talent captured the keen attention of Europe's footballing elite. On March 14, 2016, a significant milestone was reached when Jota formally agreed to a 5-year contract with the Spanish footballing behemoth, Atletico Madrid. This move represented a monumental leap forward in his career, an undeniable testament to the recognition of his immense potential at a significantly higher, more demanding level of the sport. However, the fiercely competitive environment within Atletico Madrid's first team meant that immediate playing opportunities were scarce. The club, recognizing his raw talent but also the need for further refinement, made the strategic decision to loan him out, allowing him to gain invaluable experience and continue his development in a more consistent playing environment. On August 26, 2016, Jota made a temporary return to his Portuguese homeland, joining FC Porto on a season-long loan. This was a perfectly tailored opportunity for him to continue his upward trajectory within a familiar, yet still highly demanding footballing landscape. At Porto, Jota wasted no time in asserting his inherent value. He made his much-anticipated Champions League debut, a dream for any aspiring footballer, and left an indelible mark on the competition. On October 1st, Jota showcased his predatory goal-scoring instincts by netting a sensational hat-trick in a commanding 4-0 victory over Nacional. He further cemented his European credentials by scoring his inaugural UEFA Champions League goal on December 7th, contributing to a resounding 5-0 home victory against Leicester City. His season at Porto proved to be an invaluable crucible, allowing Jota to accumulate crucial experience in elite European competitions and firmly solidify his burgeoning reputation as one of Portugal's most exciting and promising young talents. Following a highly successful loan spell at Porto, Jota embarked on yet another pivotal chapter in his burgeoning career. On July 25, 2017, he made the significant move to English football, joining Wolverhampton Wanderers Wolves on a season-long loan. At this juncture, Wolves were competing in the Championship, England's second tier, but harbored grand ambitions under the astute guidance of manager Nuno Espirito Santo and the substantial financial backing of China's Fosun Group. This was a club on the cusp of something special, and Jota was about to become its catalyst. It was at Wolves that Jota truly exploded onto the scene, transforming from a promising talent into an indispensable linchpin of the team's ambitious plans. He opened his goal-scoring account for the club on August 15, netting in a thrilling 3-2 away victory against Hull City. That season, Jota concluded the campaign with an astonishing 20 goals, an extraordinary feat for a young forward navigating the rigorous and physically demanding landscape of the Championship. His crucial goals were instrumental in propelling Wolves to clinch the EFL Championship title in the 2017-2018 season, thereby securing their long-awaited promotion back to the illustrious Premier League after years of absence. Jota's electrifying performances and decisive contributions rapidly endeared him to the Molino faithful, earning him the revered status of a bona fide hero. Such outstanding performances naturally led to Wolves making his move permanent, activating the buyout clause from Atletico Madrid for a reported fee of £14 million. He seamlessly transitioned into a key player for Wolves in the Premier League, demonstrating an exceptional ability to adapt to the league's blistering pace and unrelenting intensity. He continued to score vital goals, most notably a memorable hat-trick against Leicester City in Wolves' inaugural season back in the Premier League, a testament to his continued growth and impact. Across 131 appearances for Wolves in all competitions, Jota amassed an impressive tally of 44 goals and provided 13 assists, further solidifying his burgeoning reputation as one of the most dangerous and effective forwards in the league. Jota's consistently impressive form at Wolves inevitably attracted the discerning gaze of Europe's elite clubs, none more so than Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Klopp, renowned for his uncanny ability to identify and meticulously develop talents perfectly suited to his high-octane, gegenpressing football philosophy, saw in Jota the ideal blend of skill, work rate, and clinical finishing. In September 2020, the culmination of years of hard work and unwavering dedication arrived. Diogo Jota officially joined Liverpool for a significant fee of £41 million. This transfer marked the undisputed pinnacle of his career, a cherished dream transformed into a tangible reality as he donned the iconic red jersey of one of the world's most historically significant and successful football clubs. At Anfield, Jota continued to emphatically prove his worth, integrating with remarkable speed and becoming an integral component of Liverpool's formidable attacking arsenal, competing fiercely and effectively alongside the established and revered trio of Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, and Sadio Mane. He had not just reached glory, he had become a luminous star, shining brightly in the constellation of global football. Upon his highly anticipated arrival at Liverpool, Diogo Jota wasted no time in unequivocally proving himself to be an astute and high-quality signing. His integration into Jurgen Klopp's dynamic system was nothing short of astonishingly seamless. He consistently delivered crucial goals, often at pivotal moments, and injected a vibrant versatility into the already potent Liverpool attack. His inaugural season at Anfield was brimming with promise, characterized by a series of aesthetically pleasing goals and electrifying high-energy performances that immediately endeared him to the fervent Kop faithful. He rapidly evolved from a formidable super sub, a player capable of changing the complexion of a game from the bench, to a regular and indispensable fixture in the starting lineup. He played a significant, often understated role in Liverpool's triumphs, contributing to their FA Cup and League Cup victories in the 2021-2022 season, and their commendable run to the Champions League final in the same period. In total, Jota's impressive tenure at Liverpool saw him net a remarkable 65 goals across 182 appearances, an outstanding record for any forward, especially one who often shared the attacking burden with world-class teammates. However, amidst these dazzling moments of glory and triumph, Diogo Jota's otherwise stellar career at Liverpool was tragically marred by another, more insidious tragedy: a relentless and debilitating string of persistent injuries. Despite his unwavering fighting spirit, his unyielding determination to battle back from every setback, and his tireless efforts to return to the hallowed turf, these continuous physical ailments significantly hampered his consistent development and inevitably curtailed his full contributions to the team's aspirations. He was forced to endure numerous spells on the sidelines, grappling with a frustrating array of muscle problems, debilitating knee issues, painful ankle sprains, and even, alarmingly, chest and lung injuries that cast a long shadow over his career. According to comprehensive medical reports and detailed injury archives, Jota had, in fact, contended with a lengthy and challenging history of injuries stretching back to his formative years. At Liverpool, however, these physical setbacks seemed to escalate in frequency and severity, compelling him to miss a disheartening number of crucial matches. There were agonizing periods when he would barely return from one arduous rehabilitation process only to succumb to another, almost immediately, leaving fans and coaching staff alike in a perpetual state of anxious concern. For instance, during the demanding 2022-2023 season, he was sidelined for nearly 3 agonizing months due to a stubborn calf injury. Yet, with each arduous return, Jota consistently showcased an exemplary level of professionalism and an unwavering, almost defiant determination, invariably finding the net and giving his absolute all for the team's cause. Most notably, and perhaps most tragically, one of his most recent and severe injuries involved his lung. According to highly reliable sources, Jota had undergone a complex lung surgery after proudly helping Portugal clinch the UEFA Nations League title in June 2025. The severity of this particular injury was such that his medical team had explicitly advised him against air travel during his recovery period, a precaution taken to meticulously avoid any potential complications arising from differences in atmospheric pressure. This stark detail vividly illustrates the immense physical pain he endured and the profound personal sacrifice he made for both his club career and his beloved national team. He had literally played through agony, putting his body on the line for the sport he adored. And then, with a cruel and devastating suddenness, the true ultimate tragedy struck. On July 3, 2025, the global football community was plunged into a state of profound shock and disbelief upon receiving the heartbreaking news of Diogo Jota's untimely death at the tender age of 28, the result of a catastrophic car accident in the province of Zamora, Spain. He was involved in the horrific incident alongside his younger brother, Andre Silva, who was also a professional footballer and tragically perished in the same crash. The accident, a cruel twist of fate, reportedly occurred when their vehicle suffered a sudden tire blowout while attempting an overtake on the A52 highway, leading to an uncontrollable and fatal collision. Jota's tragic passing occurred just mere weeks after he had celebrated the monumental achievement of lifting the Premier League trophy with Liverpool in the 2024-2025 season and, shortly thereafter, securing the UEFA Nations League title with the Portuguese national team. Adding to the profound heartbreak, he had only recently married his longtime partner, Ruth Cardoso, with whom he shared 3 young children. The final images Jota had lovingly posted on social media were joyous snapshots from his wedding, accompanied by the tender caption, "A day we will never forget." Less than 12 hours after those poignant posts, he was gone forever, leaving behind a world reeling from the shock. Diogo Jota's sudden and devastating departure sent shockwaves of grief through his family, his close friends, his teammates, and indeed the entire global football community. From the legendary Cristiano Ronaldo and former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, to his current and former teammates and countless fans from clubs across the world, all expressed an outpouring of immeasurable sorrow and profound condolences. He will be eternally remembered not merely as an exceptionally talented footballer, a clinical killer on the pitch, but also as a humble, dedicated, and profoundly professional individual who lived every moment with an unbridled passion for the beautiful game and an unwavering devotion to his family. Diogo Jota's story, therefore, stands as a powerful testament to the human spirit's capacity to rise from adversity and ascend to the glorious heights of achievement. Yet, it also serves as a poignant, heartbreaking reminder of life's inherent fragility, its unpredictable nature. He dedicated every fiber of his being to football, bravely overcoming numerous challenges and enduring a litany of debilitating injuries. However, the ultimate tragedy, a cruel twist of fate, ultimately claimed an exceptional talent far too soon, leaving an irreplaceable void in the hearts of those who admired him and an unfinished yet profoundly inspiring legacy of resilience, unwavering dedication, and boundless passion. Diogo Jota will forever be etched in memory as a shining star, a true warrior on the pitch, a man who lived his dream to its absolute fullest, right up until his very last heartbreaking moments.